Caldwell's theme song is better than I thought. Welcome back to another chapter of the Yakuza saga. Last time, Wang has actually functioned as the hero's informant about them after Sion and Volt were on the pursuit for the Yakuza members that actually attacked their bar Fate and just got away. But since history never repeated itself, Dominique wasn't captured yet. And they actually reunited with Ko, who was actually functioning as a mole for the Yakuza under Lucas's orders. So, the main trio is actually on foot to pursue the Yakuza. However, they were ambushed at the central plaza by a mysterious cloaked figure with a lot of dark ki. And Echidna and Dominique are safe for the moment, but they're very preoccupied of the bouncer's whereabouts, and they suggested Ayame to get help for the Z fighters. So, with that out of the way, let's get on with the show, shall we? I actually showed you the trailer last time, the beta trailer. Very neat stuff. Alright, Chapter 2. The rescue mission has begun. Again. There it is, guys. Ayame had led 18 and Krillin over Fate. However, she decided to land a few feet away from it just as so the occupants would avoid suspicion. They never heard of key flight. They descended and met up with Dominique, Wong, and Echidna. The monk was all smiles. Hey, Dominique! She looked behind her and noticed Ayame's friend she hasn't seen in so long. Krillin! Android 18! I'm so glad to see you too. So are we, but there's no time for a reunion, 18 replied. We've heard about the Yakuza and the bouncers. We're really sorry. The 15-year-old immortal sulked. Don't worry, sweetheart. We'll defend you guys against them while our friends can help us bring the bouncers back and beat the Yakuza down. His last statement was responded with his usual contagious enthusiasm. Goku was trying to spread the word and recruit whoever is willing to fight back. However, large numbers could result in waging a bloody, merciless slaughter. And so far, we have Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and even Majin Buu. Although Buu was quite a nuisance in the past, especially by the time he separated from his darker self, which destroyed the planet and took forever to kill, Ayame still admired him as his docile, chubby, infantile self. God, she actually missed him, especially when he was playing with Bee. One wouldn't have any doubts from an expert in martial arts and a talented monk hailing from the Orin Temple. Don't mention it, Master Wang. Despite the tension, his humor did diffuse it, if only for a little bit. Here's the drill, guys. 18 discussed her plans with the young adult as Dominique would stay at the bar and Wang would stand behind due to his poor constitution. No offense. For one, she was opening up to an elder who's definitely not like her stubborn co-creator, Dr. Giro. Krillin and 18 decided it was crucial to stay as well. Because it'll take some time to gather more recruits, since they were further away, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and Majin Buu would be their only hope on such short notice. Of course, Vegeta would be out of the question because of his signature cockiness and carelessness, especially in times of saving many innocents. Goku wanted to use his instant transmission to make the process more quickly, but he wasn't sure where the Yakuza was. Neither did Wang. Yeah, don't they usually have a base of sorts? On the contrary, Ayame, they blend into the public crowds, and if they do happen to have a base of operations, they're often difficult to find. She had assumed it'll be in Mikado, but Echidna disagreed it'd be too easy. However, they both knew this could be the best place to start. Then Ayame felt a familiar though intimidating aura. Her head suddenly perked up as if a dog caught a scent. She tried to comprehend it as she gazed out to the location where it was most unsettling, making her heart race and her forehead sweat. What is it? I don't know why, but I feel something so intense. It just came up to me, and it's making me feel so tense. I'm trying to make out this intimidating aura, but it's so vague, so far. It's her key sense. She probably feels the Yakuza's location. They can get very powerful and cruel that it shows all of their corrupted life force. But I don't know any members of the Yakuza. Never encountered them personally. Just try and remember Sion. That raised Ayame's spirits up a notch when he mentioned her best friend. Focus on his memories, his essence. Keep him front and center in your mind, and you'll detect his key. But can't you do it, since you know how to use your own key? It was shown Wang can use the Kamehameha wave, though his key sense wasn't on par as it used to. Admittedly, you're younger, and so your key sense is stronger. Not to mention you're still pure. I'm quite confident you will find Sion and his friends. You can do it, Ayame. You must. It was difficult. She hasn't used her key in so long because, she's been gone for the past few years. I'll try. Minutes dragged on. She channeled her energy, concentrated on Sion's own energy. Visions drifted back to her like memories. Volt and Co. at the Hanging Garden to help him track through Mikado. All that gist. And suddenly, Sion was the first thing on her mind and never leaving. Sion! I can sense him! There! She pointed west. However, she also felt someone else's key, the one that was a lot more ominous and dark, interfering with Sion's bolts and even Ko's life forces. It might be where the Yakuza are coming from, like hanging out, or perhaps the one who's leading them. Wang figured he could be right, as if he could also sense their evil key. Volt must be there. We should go. You mean just the two of us? Yes, and we'll help protect Wong and Dominique. There's no doubt they could be after you guys. To make the journey more smoothly, Ayame called the Nimbus, and it was barely enough room for both passengers. It was almost ironic Echidna was able to ride it, as it only applied to those with pure hearts. Krillin, 18, Dominique, and Wong wished the pair luck and a safe journey. The octogenarian was earnest of her making reports straight to them whenever they should come up within something vital. They soared to the source. There was a huge fighter jet that passed them. The Nimbus suddenly shook, making the women almost lose their balance. Then Echidna realized it was the Lucas gunship, the Orage. That's the Orage. Lucas must have known about the Yakuza since Ko's involved. The aircraft landed in an opaque distant alley, and they saw her fight off more Yakuza. Despite the petite blonde's nimbleness and decent uppercuts and quick punches, which, I'll admit, those are her good moves, she was overmatched. The Yakuza were able to injure her and knock her to the ground. That's Leanne Caldwell, the second in command. We gotta help her for Ko's sake. Alright, that's it! Z-Fighter took out the power pole. Echidna did the capoeira. So, it was a fight with them. So, the redhead gave Leanne a hand and pulled her up off the unforgiving terrain. Much obliged, you two. I was actually trying to contact my associate Ko Leifo, whom I'm sure you both know. However, he has not returned the call, which is highly unorthodox. She was questioning the thugs before they advanced on her, though they never said a word, not about their turf nor the bouncers. There were massive reports concerning their armed robbery, invasions on residential and commercial areas, as well as mass murders. We're looking for Ko and the others as well. Ayame? She focused on the ominous key sense, and this time it was stronger. She explained to Leanne on how a key sense is detected, by someone that's also using her own life force as well. She was indeed skeptical. What is she, like a psychic or something? Ayame cleared things up, saying she could only feel an acquaintance's energy through herself, not entirely see nor hear what they're doing. It all depended on her strength as well as theirs. whether they're injured, well, or weak, etc., etc., etc. It's still up ahead. So, this could help us guide where the Yakuza's true location is. Pipe down, as long as we'd have anything to help us find those terroristic bastards. Leon decided to pilot the Orage while Echidna accompanied her, and Ayame remained on her Nimbus leading the way while tracing the ominous key. Meanwhile, at a distant yet familiar location, the three bouncers were still comatose, each one laid up against a large wall with one next to the other. The hooded figure looked over the trio with eager, gleaming turquoise eyes, as they sneered with fascination. Ugh, dang errors. Each of the Yakuza gave the trio a sip of sake applied to their lips. They were able to drink it despite their foul aftertaste as they nudged their chins up. They drooped again, and all of a sudden, their eyes opened instantly, as if they had a shock. One by one they awakened, with Sion, Volt, and Co. Then, though their eyes weren't the same as they've shown a more glossy, altered look, to the boss's delight, he let out some vehement laughs. His master plan was carried out now that the three bouncers were obedient and loyal to the Yakuza. Oh man, the three bouncers are now loyal to the Yakuza. This is not good. If the bouncer would truly have a sequel, it should definitely use the three female side characters, Dominique, Echidna, and Leanne in that order, and maybe have a similar formula to its predecessor. That way the ladies would have their time to shine while still support the main trio in their own bouts. But since in this fic Dominique's still a trainee, she still stays with Wong, Krillin, and her coach 18. Regardless, the Yakuza made their move upon Sion and the others. And who is this hooded figure that suddenly influenced them? Hopefully, we'll soon find out. Hopefully, I'll give you some inclinations there. Until then, this is the Ecron Writer signing out. Wow, I can't believe it's over already.